All right, so it might look a little goofy. You're kind of moving around with a plastic gun, but trust me, what you see from your perspective is a lot cooler. All right, everybody, this is Bald and Curious, bringing you my review and my thought on ACE virtual reality shooting range. Now, I was first introduced to it, uh, I think 2 years ago at the SHOT Show. Then Humble Marksman did his review. I had too much going on in my life, so I couldn't really afford it. Now I'm in a new chapter of my life. My current SO significant other actually had the VR headset. The one I'm using is a is an older version, is a Meta 2. This is actually original Oculus 2, so you can pick these up for you can probably pick them up for 250, under 300 bucks. Meta 3 is about 300. Have different versions now. You can even get a Meta 3 for about 350 with I'm guessing lower memory, whatever. I'm not expert into this. I'm kind of I like toys and video games, but I kind of lost interest in these after I bought two of them for my kids, the original two of them. Anyway, this I got a chance to play with a couple of simulators in a SHOT Show, from ranging from four, five, $6,000 ones, geared towards law enforcement and big agency, down to this, and this really piqued my interest. And the gun itself, I really like that. Now you can play this with just a controller. You don't have to get the actual pistol. It's kind of goofy the way you grip it, but it does work. With this, however, it's a completely different ball game because this is molded after the staccato. The first thing I noticed when I purchased the actual grip module or whatever you want to call it was the weight. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna annotate somewhere what the weight on it is, but weight as it sits right here, that reminds you of the weight of the actual gun. It is a little heel heavy, so it kind of mimics the full magazine in a gun. But the ergonomics and everything else, the safety placement, yes, you have this big giant thing kind of in your way, but it's like it feels just like you're holding 2011. The mag release, everything is in the right position for me. Obviously, there's no slide stop on this, but trigger on it is your video control. If you play any Call of Duty or anything like that, that's pretty much what the trigger feels like. You don't even have to go for the full click. You kind of have to find a happy medium. So it is. You kind of slapping the trigger over there, but in all the honesty, I'm shooting X5 Legion mostly in the competition, and that's what I'm shooting in this simulation. And it kind of reminds me of the X5 trigger, the one I have. The weight-wise, probably, I don't know, 3-4 pounds, something like that. But it reminds me of the actual X5 trigger, so I'm kind of happy with that. The way this game works is you basically keep playing this. I shouldn't call it a game. It's more of a range simulator. You keep playing it, you earn points, and then you can purchase different guns. Right now, I'm shooting X5 Legion with the Holosun Red Dot, which is pretty much what I'm shooting right now in the competition. So I'm kind of happy with that. And although I haven't shot a competition in a while, other than three gun, life's been just too busy, and I know you can hear the wind howling, but it's nasty. It's 20 degrees outside. We just got hammered with the snow. It's windy. Last thing you want to do is go to the range. If you do go to the range, you're not gonna get any decent practice done because your target's gonna be falling down. You're gonna be freezing. Your hands are gonna be cold. It's not a good time to go to the range. So this thing comes in a perfect time. Also, I live in a different state right now. I don't live in New York. There's a whole issue with the permits and whatnot, so I can't really have my handguns in here. So it's a logistical issue. So this is the best uh, way I can get my practice. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is Marty, and Marty wants to say hi. Anyway, let's get back to the training session. Uh, I'm highly impressed The guys put a lot of thought into this. You have the actual ranges. You got the pew pew range, the YouTube guy. You have then you have a bunch of drills from the SIG Nationals. You got a bunch of actual stages. Then you have an actual leaderboard. You can rank with the other players. You can turn this into full-blown competition online without firing a single shot. Now, you can also get a holster for this. Ace makes a holster, but I'm gonna get the one from Double Alpha Academy, since it's pretty much same holster as they have. It's just a bigger notch. I don't know, I might even be able to use it for the regular 2011. I'm not really concerned with that. It's about $60, but that'll probably make the training complete with the draw and everything. Now you have the virtual timer. You got pretty much everything you need, and you can do it in the comfort of your house, in your sweatpants and wearing whatever you want to wear. You design the boundaries in your living room, and like this is not a big area, but you can make this work. You can make this work with the right setup. Now, the downside of this is a subscription base, so you're paying I think $14 a month. It's like $160 a year if you pay for the entire year. Otherwise, it's I think $16.99 a month if you pay on a monthly basis. That kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because if you go buy a high quality game for a Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, you're paying $70 or $80 or whatever for a brand new Call of Duty, and you own the game and all the updates. Over here, this is purely subscription based, so it means it's gonna cost you $160 every year if you want to use this. Now, you might want to switch to go a monthly basis only if you just want to use it 2 3 months out of the year through the winter, and then practice with the real guns depending where you live. I mean, that's the beauty of it, that you have an options. But I would like to see, for that kind of money, I would like to own this. For $160, I would like to own the actual software and have it. I understand if I gotta pay for updates or whatever, but if I'm just happy with the basic stuff that's there, I would really like to have that instead of paying monthly. I'm not a huge fan of subscription. Unfortunately, that's where the whole world is heading right now. The controller itself, well, not the controller, but the grip module itself, is not $199. So that brings you, a $350, $60 range just for that. And then you need the actual game. Then it ranges anywhere from $300 to $500. So you're looking at $500 to $800 investment, which, if you're in the competition circles, is really nothing. I mean, you can't even get a decent competition gun for that kind of money unless you're going to be shooting Canic or something like that. So it's yes, it is a little expensive, but if you have kids, you can justify purchasing the Meta 3 for the kids and just steal it from them once in a while. So I think the cost is kind of in the eyes of the beholder. It is a lot of money, but I think you get a lot more bang for the buck, pun intended. Uh, I'm just not big fan of the subscription, but it is what it is. You have to deal with it. Mounting the controller is a straightforward. It comes with the two separate back pieces, just the one Allen screw. You back it up, you stick the controller in, you turn it the screw. Not a rocket science. Was a little learning curve for me, but once you got everything figured out, you pretty much keep it as this, and if you're just gonna use this game for use this system just for this, and that's pretty much what I intend to do, just use it for this system. You don't ever have to take it out, and you can get all your shooting done as much as you want. And I cannot stress enough how impressed I am with the actual reality of the things, the way the gun points, the way you can see your sights. It most of the stages you gotta start with a low ready, and it tracks you. It tells you if you're not low enough and all that. So I'm really impressed with that. The reality of the graphics and all that. It's you still got that gamey look in it, so it's not a full-blown virtual reality, but it's as far as the stages, boundaries, everything feels just like you at the actual USPSA match. So that's a big plus. So as far as I'm concerned, guys, this is well worth the money. Uh, This is well worth the money, in my at least in my humble opinion. You can get a lot of training done, especially if you're looking for a competition. Even if you're a pretty good competition shooter. Like for me, I'm a high B class, borderline A class. I haven't really shot a classifier in year and a half probably. My last 2 years of my life was a mess with the divorce and everything, so everything kind of had to take a back seat. But trying to get back to normal and everything, and I always struggle, especially with the classifiers. I would be beating A class or master shooters, but I couldn't shoot the classifiers to save my life, and I was a B class forever. I probably will be. I don't have a problem with that. So, but this might actually help me bridge that gap to get finally to A class or master shooter, because I know I can do it. It's just I gotta put in a little more work. This brings the whole dry fire in a new level. The dry fire is kind of boring. And if you do any dry fire, you know it's boring. It's just, you're going through the steps. This gives you everything that dry fire does. Obviously, you don't have the actual recoil of the gun, but you got everything else. You got the weight, you got the transition. You can practice with the actual shots and with the on the actual range, virtual range. It just makes everything so much more easier. And even if you do have a space, to have a full basement where you can dry fire and all that, this saves you time building all the stages. All you gotta do is put a headset on, go to town, and you can practice. So again, I highly recommend this. If you guys want to start some kind of league on the Discord, or if any of you have this and you want to go back and forward and do a little competition, I'm a game. Hook me up. Let's do this. And as always, if you like this kind of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And just comment on the videos. And that helps me interact with the people. I know that they like it. The channel hit over 30,000 subscribers, yet most of the videos struggle to get 1,000 views. So I don't know what that is all about. Most of the regular videos, even shot show videos, barely got 200 views. So I don't know what's up with that. I still have the knife giveaway going on. I haven't stopped it yet. I am gonna, however, probably give it just till the end of the month. And finally, so far I only have one entry. So if you guys don't hurry up, I guess there's only gonna be one winner by default. But that's all I got for you today. As always, have fun, keep shooting, even if it means virtual shooting.